Um, Adam, a tough one to take, especially after you were so good in the first half hour, weren't you?
There's no point in being good if you don't finish your chances. Just said that. First half probably summed up a large chunk of our season where we've been in games and there's been nothing in the game, and then all of a sudden we're behind in the game, and then everything just goes out the window. We seem to capitulate. First 25 minutes, I'd say they're keeping us at 7 saves, 8 saves maybe. We have to take chances. I think we have a header at the back stick has to score. I think someone else just scored in front of the keeper. I'm not sure who got on it. And then we don't take our chances, and then up the other end, someone's left free in their 6-yard box for a rebound. So it's summed up the season so far. It's very disappointing. As you imagine, it's not a lack of effort from players. They do care. They're in there. They give their all. But if you look at the season so far as a whole, it's just not good enough. Simple as. At both ends of the pitch, we're not scoring enough, not taking our chances, and off the back of that then we're going under the end, just conceding too many. So yeah, it's not good. It's been difficult, to be honest with you, because they're a great group of lads. It really is. They're good people, but I think at times we're too nice. We're too nice to each other, too nice on the pitch, and at the minute we need people that are going to fight and scrap every week because of the position we're in, and we're going to need that. So realistically, you need to get bodies in the door to do that, because what's in the dressing room at the minute, ultimately we haven't been good enough as a whole. The lads are trying, we're getting opportunities, we're just not taking them, and then again I'm saying the same thing, so we're just getting punished at the other end. But I don't know what the answer is to that, because it's a lot of individual mistakes. I think 2 of the goals today were baffling to watch, to be honest with you. It's hard, as I said. I'm obviously part of that group, and it's on me as well, especially today. But there's not much else I can really say on it, to be honest with you.
I mean, you seem to look more and more fragile at the back as the game went on.
That's the disappointing part. Even said at half time, there was a belief in our half time that we could come out and go and get the next goal, and then if we get the next goal, we'd see in the first half we could create chances and cause problems. But we got out and conceded after a couple of minutes, and the problem after that was the capitulation. People were all over the place. There was people not making tackles. They obviously had their tails up and they were starting to move the ball around. But goals change games. Listen, let's be honest. If we score first when it's Sensi, it's a different game, but ultimately we don't. Thought there was some good performances today. Thought George done well in his debut. Good to see him stand up and take the penalty, just a bit of confidence. Thought Cormac caused them all sorts of problems, but again, I don't think we recognise getting the ball to him quick enough. But at the end of the day, we just lost to a team down below us 5-1, so it's nowhere near good enough.
Yeah, George Monday, I think, plus a couple of the saves in the first half. Very little experience, young lad, but encouraging start from him.
Yeah, he's a good character as well. Even there, the lads are obviously hurting, but some people are speaking up, and for a young lad, he has a voice and he's willing to back himself and challenge people is good, and it's what you're going to need for the running. We're going to need people that are going to go out there and fight and scrap and be willing to stick their chest out, because we've got such a big fan base and supportive fan base, but at the same time they're going to be upset when results go like they do today. So we're going to need people as well that are willing to go, right, well I can accept it and still under a bit of pressure go and do my job. Yeah.
Never easy for players on the manager's sack, because it's kind of a reflection on them. I mean, you sense at the start of the game they were looking to try and prove a point?
It's obviously been a difficult few days, because of course I actually meant to thank Paul for what he's done for us over the last couple of years, because the lads in the dressing room, myself, everyone's very thankful for how he was as a person and that side of it. But you go today and we kind of had a bit of a regroup and towards it was a quick turnaround, but the thinking was that right now we just have to go and try and focus on the next phase of this club and going forward, and how we go about trying to kickstart the season and get us going now. But I thought we'd done that. We had a couple of hours on Thursday night where kind of embedded what we wanted to do in the first half today and try and come and upset these a little bit, and I thought we'd done it really well, but ultimately again we didn't take our chances.
And as will be the case throughout the rest of the season now, quick opportunity to bounce back at home to Darlington midweek. Have you been told whether you'll be in charge for that game or not?
Not yet. Be surprised if I was now, to be honest. No, I spoke to the chairman. It was all fairly quick. We said we'd have a discussion over the weekend. The whole focus was basically focused on today and trying to get this game. Make sure we'd come here, try and get some positive result, try and win the game, and then we'd kind of discuss that over the weekend. It's obviously a quick turnaround. All I can do is we'll try and get on some sort of call or something tomorrow night with the players and go through and debrief what's gone wrong here today, and all we can do now moving forward is try to be as positive as possible and try and improve in areas that are costing us. It's easier said than done, so I need to speak to the chairman and whether they're going to look to see if we can get some players in or what the situation is to strengthen, because we're going to need numbers and we're going to need bodies that are going to come in and will fight and scrap on the pitch for the club.
Are you hurting, Adam? It's obviously tough. You come in as interim manager and then for this to happen.
Yeah, it's dreadful to be honest, because obviously you come in and you want to go, and in your head you're obviously positive and fairly positive person to go right, I'm going to go and we're going to win game 2 or 3-0 today, and great, and let's get the club kick-started again, let's get it going, go to Tuesday night. But then the disappointing part is the second half, because the first half we set up a certain way and it was working, but we didn't take our chances. Ultimately we conceded 2 goals, and then even at half time the belief was there to go out and do it, but the disappointing part is after the third goal, some of the corners we took today, we couldn't get the ball off the ground coming the end of the game. It just looks, everyone's deflated. I get it, because as again I'm part of it, it's hard when you're on a bad run and on a tough run, because confidence within the group is naturally down, and then when you go behind, it's just everyone gets a little bit deflated and more deflated, but we can't afford to do that. As soon as you do that, you're dead. You can't do that. We need the people that are going to fight and willing to keep doing the right things and keep trying and forcing our backside to try and get us out of the position we're in.
Thank you for putting it about.
Cheers.